Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the WDW Fan Zone Show. I am Stuart. I'm joined by John, Darlene, and Lottie. And tonight we are going to talk about Lottie's recent Walt Disney World trip and eating around the world at World Showcase in Epcot. And how many booths did you miss? Was it 1, 2, 3?
4.
4. Wow. That's still a pretty amazing feat. But before we get into all of that, we've got a couple of things we want to share with you. And Darlene's going to start out by talking about her recent trip to Disney's Vero Beach Resort.
Hello, everyone. So Vero Beach is roughly around an hour and a half from our area and from Disney World. So if you want to go to the beach for a few days, Disney's Vero Beach is absolutely gorgeous. And they have, this is the second time I've been there since it reopened after the unnaming year and a half off over there. But we went back and it was a lot different this time than it was from our last trip. It was basically back to normal. So we were there October 15th, 16th, 17th, and we checked out on the 18th. But they had so many activities. It was amazing. They had a campfire at night. They had shuffleboard. They had cornhole. They had pool. They had golf, mini golf. They had basketball courts, the pool, the slide, and access to the beach. A lot of people seen the little turtles running into the water. It's an amazing resort. So if you get your chance to go, I would definitely go check out Disney's Vero Beach. We had an ocean view, which was absolutely amazing. I tried to spend as much time on that balcony as I could. And my roommate, my dear friend, Stuart's lovely wife, was with me, and she loved it just as much as I did. So we would definitely go back again. We had so much fun. And they actually, if you're a DVC member, a lot of the things, you're allowed to take out games and stuff from the spot where you get your towels and that for the pool. And that's where you get your golf clubs and your golf balls and stuff. You've got so much to do at this resort. You will not be bored. If you want to sit by the pool and just read a book, you can, but you can also watch a movie on the grass like you do at Disney World at a lot of the resorts. So there's a lot to do there. We also ate off property a couple nights and sampled that. So, I mean, there's a lot to do in that area. So check out Vero Beach the next time you're in town.
All right. Thank you, Darlene. And I wanted to mention something too. This past weekend, I was invited by a neighbor to go to the taping of the Christmas parade for the show, the Disney World, Disneyland taping for their Christmas special that they do every year on ABC. I think it's going to be on Hulu this year as well. Interesting. I would never do it again, though. I'll tell you that. There's a lot of standing around. They tell you to be there at a certain time, and then you stand in line behind the scenes for 5 minutes, half hour, an hour, and it goes on and on and on until they finally call you in. And that's the tough part. If you're a teenager in your 20s, it might be a little easier than somebody my age, per se. And I can stand on my feet quite a long period of time, and I don't mind walking long distances. But standing around, it just got to be a little tough standing around a crowd because you're waiting and waiting and waiting. Then they finally let you in, and you're standing in a certain section where they put you, and the waiting and waiting continues. Not as long as behind the scenes, but it continues. The parade itself is phenomenal, and I'm sure it's the same parade they're doing at night for their Christmas show, or their extra ticket event for their Christmas special. I forgot the name of it. I know they changed it last year or the year before. But overall, it's great to be part of it, but it's not great to wait to be part of it. So I don't think I would do it again, but I'm glad I got to do it once. And I would recommend everybody, if you have the opportunity, do it at least once. And you'll probably say the same thing I'm saying. It was great, but I wouldn't do it again. At least we didn't have to wear winter clothes. I know somebody who some years ago had participated in it as part of the audience, and they had to wear winter clothes in the Florida heat. Ah, that hurt. But I guess they've changed things over the years. But that's it. And now we're going to turn to Lottie and your. Do you want to talk about Run Disney first? I want to save the good part, which is eating around the world, to last, because I want to keep who's ever listening and watching us here.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, I don't know. I skipped around quite a bit. Let's see. So a quick overview just to set the stage a little bit. I usually am there for the Wine and Dine Half Marathon every year. There's been very few years that I've missed. It's probably over the last 10 years. It's my favorite race. But I have a cousin who lives in Los Angeles, who's a frequent Disneyland guest, who comes to Disney World once a year. Well, we've never been able to time our trips quite right. Now, this is the cousin that my mom shipped us to during the summer months. And so she'd never met my girls. She'd
Wow.
only seen them in pictures and talked to them on the phone. And so we made it work out so that we were all there at the same time for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party and for the Food and Wine Festival. But they all left. Kyle and the kids and my cousin Adrienne and her family all left on Thursday. And so I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all to myself at the parks. I was with my usual crew, the girlfriends that come down with me for Wine and Dine Half Weekend. They all showed up Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. We hit the expo, ran into Darlene, and the kids and Kyle left after the expo. I went back to the parks, and just the race was Friday. I did the 5K, walked it. I did the 10K. I also walked it, and I'm proud to report that I got through both of them with absolutely no pain. Which is, if you've been following along for a while, I had arch reconstruction surgery 2 years ago, immediately following the Wine and Dine half marathon. I did not think I was going to be able to get through another race again without pain. And so I was super excited. I walked it, but super excited to get through both races with zero pain. 5 a.m. starts. You know, I always did the challenge, the 10K and the half. But the 5K and the 10 is just fine for me now. I don't feel like I need to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get to the start line by 4. And yeah, it's not necessary to do all that. I would have liked that Figment medal though. That Figment challenge medal this year was phenomenal. Race.
Would you do it would you do the challenge if they did another Figment?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just. I mean, maybe it's because I've had some time off and I am not in half marathon shape. I don't know if I would like. I am. The medals that they gave for the 5 and the 10K were gorgeous. I don't know.
Now, how far off are you from being able to run again? I know you have to train and everything, but
yeah, they told me that the recovery time for this particular surgery was 18 to 24 months, and it'll be 2 years in about 3 weeks here.
now would you attempt to walk the half marathon?
No.
That's a pretty quick pace walking.
Yeah, I'd be too right now. I'd be too slow to walk the half
Yeah.
and get in before. I'd have to purchase I found out a lot of people do this. Purchase the Club Run Disney package so you can get corral placement up in the front. So if you're slow and you're in corral A or B, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I could do that. Now, do you anticipate running next year in any of the events? since
That
you're training soon.
yeah, that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
So we'll
Gee.
probably in January or February test it out and see how I do running a couple miles a day before I sign up, because I think sign up's usually around March. So
Translation, folks, she will be there running.
oh, I'll be there running.
Running.
Question.
I'm telling no, I don't know anybody who can persevere through anything like Lottie. Lottie's amazing.
Ah, I just don't want to waste any money. That's what that is. If I pay for the race, I'm gonna
Okay.
finish it.
That I understand.
But the weather was perfect. There's a new race announcer there for the 5K. She sounded like a preschool yoga teacher to me. It wasn't like the, upbeat, let's get you pumped sort of thing. She sounded like a preschool yoga teacher to me. It was kind of, yeah.
So it wasn't Jeff Galloway's.
Well, but it
Was it daughter or daughter-in-law?
yeah, they were there for all 3 races.
Oh,
Like before they came up, they have somebody that is, kind of working the crowd and trying to get people awake and excited about the race. And she wasn't it. No.
okay.
Well, you know what? Sometimes they pick winners, sometimes they don't.
She's a nice lady, certainly, but I needed a little bit more excitement that early in the morning.
It is tough when you're out there at 4:00 in the morning waiting, 3:30, and
But for everybody who needs somebody with more excitement in the morning, maybe there were a bunch, and maybe that's why they picked this person, because maybe they need somebody who can just like keep a level tone and not wait.
not when you're standing there that long. You need something
Okay.
to get
Yeah,
you interested and pumped, and yeah.
I agree with John and Lottie. We look for that energy level for people, to gear you up and stuff to get moving and motivated.
Yeah, I'm not a runner, so it's like the only thing I'll run for is food.
We'll have to start offering options. So instead of getting a medal, you can get a meal.
Yeah, there we go.
Just take the D out of medal, and you can.
But no, both of the races were great. The courses changed a bit. The 10K, the first part of the race was outside the parks, and then it just there wasn't as much running through Epcot as I would have liked in either one of the races. And the swing through Hollywood Studios was super brief.
Yeah, they've been going that way lately.
Yeah, it was super brief, but I still had a great time. And again, finishing without pain, that was the real prize there. Yeah. Yep. So the expo was busy. I went on the first day of the expo, mostly because the kids had not been to a Run Disney Expo. So we went, earlier in the day on the first day because they had to catch their flight out. But it was crowded. It was busy. I didn't buy much. I didn't actually even go over to the Run Disney merchandise section because it was virtual queue only early that first day. But I don't usually buy a bunch of Run Disney merchandise, so I didn't need to go over there and give them more money than I had already given that week. This was probably the most expensive trip we've had in a while.
Now, was your biggest disappointment at the expo running into Darlene?
Oh no, that was the best part. The best part of the expo. We got a great picture with her while
Yes.
she was working.
Yes, and I was the shortest of the group.
Yes, Candace has got her by inches now.
Wow. Cool.
It was pretty interesting to see how tall Candace has gotten in
I
comparison.
know.
And
I
I
was
think,
like, oh my gosh.
yeah, she's still got Ava and Charlotte. They still got to catch up.
Yeah, but
Next
it's
year.
not going to take long, let me tell you.
No, it won't. I don't know. Maybe Ava. She's, I think, going to be my short one.
Is she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was the thing that you wanted the most at the expo that you did get?
I didn't like. I did. Again. I've been doing this Run Disney thing. I think my first race was 2013, 2012, 2013.
Okay.
And so there isn't anything. I mean, at this point, I'm rebuying stuff. I'm buying stuff that I don't need or stuff that I lost and can't find and need to buy again. But
Mm.
I mean, I didn't even do a costume this year. I just threw a couple of running skirts in the bag and wore the shirt that they gave me. I had my shoes, I had my socks. Not buying much. Not buying much at all.
Now, since you were able to walk the events that you participate in, did you notice any strange runners or things as you were walking by?
Not necessarily strange, but the thing that irritates me is those folks that jump in front of the photo pass photographers to try to get a picture. It's not only by the time they are jumping in front of the photographer, that photographer's already taken their picture. And you're standing in front of the camera, ruining it for the folks behind you that want to get a picture.
Yeah.
And jumping in front of the camera like that is a safety hazard. So they talk about tossing away your Mylar blanket, and they talk about not running or walking more than 2 across, but they don't talk about jumping in front of the photo pass photographers as a safety hazard. It's a safety hazard. It's annoying. By the time you see them, they've already taken your picture. Just keep moving.
Yeah. That's a good point. So if anybody does that out there, please listen to Lottie.
I'm looking for you. I'm gonna start tapping people on the shoulder. Hey, don't do that.
Take names.
Which is easy to do because it's right on your bib.
Oh, that's funny.
Were the races all sold out?
Oh yeah.
They're sold out in the next year.
They are.
So my friend that I worked the Run Expo with, she's like, "Oh, it's going to be a really easy time. There's not going to be a lot of people." I'm like,
the first day is always packed.
I'm like, she must have been thinking something else. I don't know what she was thinking. Maybe she was thinking setup. I don't know, because we were busy. So I was glad you grabbed me when you did.
Things always work out, but yeah, the kids were over it pretty quickly. Candace said there's too many people here. Ava and Charlotte were like, "Hey, there's no attractions, so why are we here?" Yeah.
Now you said they changed the course. Do they typically do that year after year, or was this something you noticed that they had done for the first time?
No, there usually are a few minor changes in the course, especially with all the construction going on at Epcot.
Yeah. Anybody know when they're going to finish that construction at Epcot? I mean, this is getting ridiculous.
It's been what, 4 or 5 years?
At least.
Yeah. We did notice when Keith and I were there the other day for 38 Special that they had started painting some of the other area and putting designs up on it. I think it's the part where they're putting the stage portion. So, I mean, it's getting there. It's just taking some time, you know. Keith went through the Journey of Water. Did you go through the Journey of Water? What were your thoughts?
We did. I really liked it. Candace liked it. Candace liked it a lot, but Candace, doesn't really do attractions that well, moving attractions well. So she was happy to have something to do that didn't require a seatbelt.
Now, this is your first time doing that. Do you think that's something you would look forward to in the park year in and year out to go through it?
You know, I think it is a beautiful place. I think it's gonna get busier on days where it's hot out and kids want to cool off a little bit. That's where you're gonna see a
Right.
bunch of activity.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
My husband said the same thing.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good place to bring kids through. It's a good place to just cool down. John, you haven't been there yet to see it.
No,
You'll get there.
I'm definitely looking forward to see it when I can finally get back down to Walt Disney
Mhm.
World again.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be sooner than later, knowing you.
I'm still looking for ways to make it happen. I haven't found a way to get there before October of next year.
Yeah.
It's killing me.
We're almost there to next year.
Well, yeah, but that's 11 months from now.
Yeah. Now, Food and Wine is winding down.
Mm.
I think this is the last week, if I'm not mistaken. I think it ends Saturday, right?
I think it's the 18th.
Okay. So what's today? The 16th? Yeah. So that's Saturday, the 18th. Yep.
Yeah.
Concert series ended on Monday.
Yeah.
38 special.
So you had an opportunity. I don't know how many food booths there are, but I know there are a lot of them.
There are a lot.
And you only missed 4?
I only missed 4 food booths.
Okay.
Such a failure. I'm such a failure. My goal was to get to all of them.
That's not a failure.
But I was there for 8 days. So
Wait, so you didn't do the food booths all in one day?
No.
Oh God, no, everybody, that's it. The show's over. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you did it all in one day.
No.
Oh my God.
You would have had to roll me out of there if I tried even a third of that in one day.
I can't speak for Kurt because he's not here, but I'm going to try anyway. I think Kurt and I could do it in one day. We wouldn't be happy campers at the end of it, but I think we could do it. John, how about you? You think you could do it in one day? I'm not even going to ask
Oh no, you know what? I wouldn't even try.
I thought you did it in one day.
No.
That's not fair.
No.
I could go. I could. You know what, Darlene? You probably ate at almost all the food booths, but you did over 6 months.
Well, right. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, I tried a couple different things. I think my most favorite this year was the crab cake.
Nobody asked you. Anyway.
Darlene, that was my favorite too. I loved the crab cake at Coastal Eats, I think it was.
Yes.
It was so good.
It was a good size, good portion. And there was like hardly any breading. It's exactly how I make mine.
Perfect.
Okay. So I want to throw this out there because I thought we were doing a show on the number of food booths you ate at in one day. And I thought that was pretty amazing that you only missed 4 in one day. But if you did over 8 days, so what?
Stuart,
bye everybody.
I mean, I just said. I mean, the crab cake was probably it was size.
Nobody cares.
But it's a big portion.
I know. I'm teasing you.
Yeah. Did you try any of the beers or anything around the world?
I did the beer flight at the brewing. They had the cider and the beer flight.
Oh, how was that? I didn't try that.
It was okay. So I don't think I really actually tasted it because I got the chicken wings, the unnecessarily spicy chicken wings with the Scotch bonnet peppers.
Did you really?
I did. I had to try it. So they are unnecessarily spicy.
You had no taste buds.
And so I pretty much chugged all of the beers. I didn't taste any of them. So hot.
As you can see, our 2 drinkers here are the ladies, not the guys. And I do want to throw this out there. If there's anybody who did most of the food booths in one day, please contact us. We'd love to have you on because that would make an interesting show.
Stuart,
I'm kidding around. This will be a fun
31 food booths.
31 food booths, and Lottie ate.
I didn't get to America.
Okay.
I was mad that the lobster roll wasn't there. So the Cioppino just didn't do it for me, and so I left. I didn't do Canada.
Hey,
Okay.
I didn't do Canada because it's the same thing. It's the cheddar cheese soup and the filet, and I've had it a million times, so I didn't waste stomach space on that one. And then the two refreshment posts the refreshment outpost,
Mm-hmm.
and then the refreshment. What's the other name of the other one? Where the poutine was.
Oh, yes.
Those-
Refreshment port, I think.
Yeah. I didn't do those. Were the other two I didn't get to.
okay. So why don't you take us on your 8 days and where you went each day, and what you liked, disliked, and
Okay, so
what you would love to have it or try again, and what you would not try again.
I was looking for the little festival book and I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is. So the first day we got there, our flight landed before rope drop at Animal Kingdom. So we went straight to we stayed at Art of Animation, and we dropped our bags and went straight to the park. So I did not get to Epcot on the first day. The second day was Epcot, and that was the only day that I was there with the kids. They don't like to eat. I'm convinced that my children don't like food. And so Kyle went, and he kept going back to the Australia booth because he loved the lamb chop with the potato crunchies and the mint pesto.
Nice.
He got like 3 of those.
Wow.
The kids tried a few things. Ava ate more than Candace and Charlotte. What was really interesting though was we got the fry flight from the fry basket.
Yes.
Tongue twister. The sweet potato fries had like a pecan or nut or something. And so Ava walked right up and says, "Hey, I really want to try the fly fry, but I have a nut allergy." And so, they made an allergy safe version for her.
Did they?
They
That's
did.
awesome.
They did. They asked if it was an allergy or a preference, and she said an allergy. And so they made an allergy safe version, and we all ate the fries. They were all delicious.
They were, weren't they? That's one of the things I did have. I think we got everything.
Darlene, this isn't about you. It's about Lottie. Please be quiet. Go on, Lottie. No, I'm kidding, darling. Go ahead.
The fry basket was delicious and very accommodating. Actually, all the booths were very accommodating. The ones that Ava stopped by and said she had an allergy, they made sure to keep her safe.
That's good.
Yep, they made sure to keep her safe. But so that Tuesday was Epcot, and the kids we did Guardians. We got Candace to ride Guardians, and she hated us for the rest of the trip for it.
Oh,
She's not a coaster kid. She doesn't want to do it. So we didn't.
Tell her I'm there with her.
But we all the rest of us all love Guardians.
Okay.
So it was a fantastic ride. We had some really good pictures, on-ride pictures for Guardians. And then the next day was Tuesday, was Halloween. And so we had tickets for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, but we did not have park tickets that day. I intentionally let the kids sleep in. We went to Winter Summerland mini golf. That was the first time that we'd ever done mini golf. And the kids loved it so much. There's a winter course and a summer course.
Mm-hmm.
We did the winter course first, and the kids loved it so much that we ended up doing the summer course too.
Oh, good.
It was not as expensive as one might think. I think when we do mini golf around here, it's probably $10 a head. And I think it was $16 or $17 a person. And then they give you a discount on the second round.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So it wasn't too bad. And the kids loved it. They had a snowman that would squirt water at you, or the trap door. You think you're going to get the ball over it, and then the trap door opens and your ball is gone. So it was good for a bunch of laughs. A lot of fun. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We did Princess and the Frog this year. And we walked in and we got a button that said best group. They gave us best group button. It was lots of fun to walk around with that one.
Oh, that's nice.
And Halloween party is a Halloween party. Way too much candy, so much candy that Kyle had to pay additional baggage fees to get one of the bags home.
No, we didn't.
So much candy. Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Is
So
it
they
worth
gave
the additional fees. Your kids are probably saying, "Hell yeah!"
so they gave Ava the teal colored bag because of her allergy.
Mm-hmm.
And so they gave her coins when she went to each of the candy stops. They'd shovel in candy in the rest of our bags, but they gave Ava the teal colored coins. And then at the end of the night, she could trade those in for allergy friendly candy.
Oh.
She was happy about it the first time we did Mickey's Not So Scary, which was 3 or 4 years ago. But this time she wasn't happy. She was disappointed. She said she got a whole lot less candy than her sisters did. So we tried to share with her the things that we knew were allergy safe, like the Starburst were fine and the Skittles were fine. So we gave all of those to her. But she was a little disappointed that she had less candy than her sisters.
Aw.
Oh boy, I'm sorry.
No, she had a good time though. We rode Tron. She cried. She did not like Tron. No. Candace wouldn't ride it. Ava was in tears at the end, and Charlotte was ready to ride again.
So now you know how to punish your girls in the future at Disney World.
I'm gonna take you on this ride.
Roller coaster now.
Yeah.
We shut it down. We didn't get back until about 1 a.m. We ended up taking the monorail over to the Contemporary, and then we took an Uber back to Art of Animation because there was just so many people there, and we were ready to go home, ready to get back to the hotel. So we tried to save time. We think that saved a little bit of time. That's where we blew the budget at, was shopping, food, and not wanting to wait for Disney transportation and taking Ubers.
Now, I have a friend who was recently at Disney World, came down here, and usually this person will buy 2, 3, 4 T-shirts. One. And the comments the person made was that it looks like the T-shirts that they're making for men are styles that little boys would wear. And I was wondering, did Kyle find this true, or did Kyle
Kyle didn't buy a single thing.
Wow.
I was shocked. He didn't buy anything.
Wow. Now, is it because he was allowing the girls to get what they wanted, or was it because there was just nothing there?
So my cousin was spoiling the girls. Like, she bought them everything they asked for. Everything from mouse ears to plushies, a hoodie, a lounge fly. She bought everything that they asked for.
You know what you need to do next year? Bring your cousin with you again.
Oh yeah, she'll be there again next year. No, Kyle just wasn't really looking for much. Yeah, and we bought T-shirts and things before we left because we had Ava doesn't like that we dress alike anymore. She complains about us dressing alike. So we did themes every day. So for one day, and we were there long enough so everybody got to pick their own theme. So Kyle did Wakanda Day, and Ava wanted a Stitch Day, and Charlotte wanted a Princess Day, and Candace wanted Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. That's what she wanted on her day. So no, he didn't buy anything.
Wow.
He didn't buy anything. But my cousin brought him a bunch of stuff from Disneyland. So maybe he didn't buy anything because he was going to have to figure out how to get all that stuff back in the suitcase.
Well, he already couldn't fit the candy in a suitcase. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It would have been cheaper to mail it home than pay the extra fee for the baggage.
Oh, yeah. I ended up shipping stuff home. I bought prints that I had to ship home, and It was too much. We spent so much money this trip. We went way over budget. Yeah. But then after the kids left, that's when I really hit Epcot hard. So I guess technically you could say I did it in like 5 days because I had the 1 day with the kids and then I had 4 days by myself. Yeah.
Now, when you went through the food booths there, did you go through any particular order? Or it's just like, I'm here now, let me see what they have?
I just kind of walked around and whatever I felt like eating, that's what I ate.
Yeah.
Did you look at the booklet ahead of time, or did you just okay?
Yeah, I did look at the menus ahead of time and sort of picked out what I wanted. And then if I missed something, I made a note to go back, the next day.
Mm.
The majority of the food was eaten on the last day because I was trying to hit as many as possible to make sure I checked everything off my list.
Now, I don't know if you did this, and I don't know if there's anybody out there that does this, but if you see a long line at a food booth, it's generally an indication the food is good there. Did that sway you in any way in any of the booths, or if there wasn't much of a line, say, oh, maybe it's not so good here, and keep walking?
Well, if I had food with me and I was enjoying the food and the line for the next spot was long, then I got in line because then by the time I finished eating,
Yeah,
I was ordering again.
Mm-hmm. I think at Epcot, when they have the food and wine, if you see a line that's not long, it's not because the food's not good there. It's just because people are full from eating food elsewhere.
Right.
Well, so there were, excuse me, there were a few places that had no lines that I think people like overlooked and missed. Like Kenya, the shrimp and the beef at Kenya were amazing.
Smelled really good when we passed it. Yeah.
Oh, and then where was the duck with the hoisin sauce and the bun? I think that was at China.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was at China, I think, getting something else, and then, or I don't remember, but I remember that being a shorter line than I expected.
The crispy duck bao bun with hoisin sauce.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
China.
delicious.
Yeah,
that was delicious.
Did they have the sushi donut this year at Japan?
That's usually at Flower and Garden.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if they did because that was really good that year. We had that. Did
The
you go to?
Spam sushi was disgusting.
Oh, was it?
I did not like that. Ava tried it, and we were both like, "No, this is not it."
Eek.
Interesting.
Yeah. What else did we not like? We didn't like the Spam sushi. We didn't like the
Well, anything with spam should not be made.
No, well, I mean,
get it off the menu.
They're playing commercials for the new recipe that they have for Thanksgiving. I'm like, Keith's like, see, we could have spam for Thanksgiving. I'm like, no.
There was an impossible dish at Flavors from Fire, I think.
Yeah, that's where a lot of that stuff was this year.
Do you guys know what spam spells backwards?
What?
Do you know what spam spells backwards?
Maps.
That's it. Just random thought.
Very random.
Very random.
Yeah, the impossible dish at Flavors from Fire wasn't tasty.
No.
I can't remember what it was.
Impossible burger slider with wasabi cream and spicy Asian slaw.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Okay.
No. One of my favorites, the seafood fisherman's pie, at the at the Ireland booth.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It looked like a shepherd's pie.
Yeah, seafood. The cheese-filled bread at Brazil. The disappointing one was that the Germany booth that had the ham,
yes,
and the cheese and the potatoes, the raclette.
It's a repeat.
I was really looking forward to it. I guess I just didn't know what it was. And then I got it and I looked at it. It's literally small potatoes and like sliced ham, and they poured hot cheese on it. That was it.
Yeah, no. The strudel looked very good. What we liked at that booth, which we went back for multiple times, was the prickly pear shuffle huffer.
Oh, I didn't eat that one either.
Oh, that was the
The
beer.
drink? Oh, yeah. No, I didn't get that.
Darlene, we're on food, not alcohol.
Well, I mean, I got a tickle. There was some really good drinks on the menu.
Oh yeah. Which ones did you try?
Oh gosh, I had too many.
John, while they're talking about the alcoholic beverages there.
The apple pie thing got moved. It was always in Canada, and it got moved someplace else.
Oh, is that why I couldn't find it there?
Are you talking about a beverage?
Yeah.
It was at Swirled Showcase.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's the new ice cream place. Which,
Yeah.
side note, I found out, I did ask when I went, because we did get the ice cream there, and it was very good.
It was
Very,
really good.
Yeah.
Where was that located?
The
That booth?
old Starbucks.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
and the cast member, I asked him, I said, do you think this is going to be permanent, or do you think it's going to go away after Food and Wine? And he says, as of right now, they're scheduled through the end of the year. So they will be here during, I think, the festival, the Christmas festival and stuff. So I think they're going to probably switch over to these flavors of Christmas. So yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah, it was very good. I really hope they keep it there. It's a really good addition. And then they took the ice cream, I think, out of Refreshment Port that was next door. Now that they've got this, location. So, what did you get there?
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
I got the apple pie thingy.
So did I. That was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the apple filling in there and the ice cream and the.
That was good.
It was like a apple cider sparkle or something to it.
It was delicious.
It was.
It was delicious. Mexico was so good. It was pork and black beans. I can't remember the name of it, but that was another favorite.
Braised pork on a fried corn tortilla with black beans, avocado mousse, and Mexico and chives.
That sounded good.
That was tasty. Was that wasn't, I'm thinking right around the back, was that Germany or Belgium that had the dark chocolate fondue?
Probably Belgium.
The dark chocolate fondue, and it had the little pound cake pieces and the fruit and oh, that was so good.
Anything with chocolate is good.
It was so good.
Did it have berries and pound cake?
Yes.
The Alps. So was
the Alps. Okay. Yeah, it was. I remember it was one of those booths back there. Yeah, that was tasty. Tasty.
What were the crowds like in World Showcase overall in the evening?
It differed by day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
I went to Epcot a couple not recently, but in the beginning of November, middle of October. I don't know. October, well, whatever. And it was hit or miss. You could go there in an evening and it was packed like you wouldn't believe, or you could stroll around and it was wonderful. Sorry. Is that what you found, Lottie?
Yeah, that's exactly what I found. It seemed to be busier on the weekend.
It usually is during the festivals, isn't it? On the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because the concert series too, they normally put the big headliners on the weekends. And that weekend, I can't remember who was there, but I know Big Bad Voodoo Daddy was this weekend, and Friday and Sunday were pretty crowded because of that. So,
Oh, it was crowded. Who was playing there? Oh God, it was not a boy band, but somebody who was from that boy band era not too long ago. Hanson, I think it was. Hanson.
Yeah,
it was
Hanson.
packed that night. The park.
Yeah.
Yeah. But oddly enough, I still stopped at Space 220 and had drinks and an appetizer. I mean, I still ate at some of my frequent stops, even though, the food booths pretty much had my wallet.
That's what stopped you from getting to the other 4 booths.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, like I said, the America one, I was mad. I literally was upset. I sat there at those little picnic tables in front of the bathrooms, right near the booth, just staring at the menu, disappointed because the lobster roll wasn't there.
Yeah.
That is a disappointment.
That is.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to try the cioppino, and I think they had some other sandwich or something there. Whatever it was, I was, yeah.
I don't think they're going to keep that menu because I can tell you for a fact that booth never had a line every time I've been there.
Yeah, it wasn't great. And then again, Canada was they never changed the Canada booth, so I just didn't.
That line was crazy
because it's so good. The filet is so good.
It melts in your mouth.
Yeah. And the kids made a dining reservation at Tutto Italia.
Oh, okay.
With or without your permission?
No, I let Candace do it. She did all the dining reservations. Oh, Stuart, they did the sci-fi dine-in. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
Did it go over well with them or not barely?
Well, they've been wanting to go to that one.
Okay.
And so they were excited to have the reservation. And we got in there and we got all in the car, and probably 3 to 5 minutes in, they'd all whipped out their screens. They were over the B movies. And
hear that, John?
That's one place I don't pull my phone.
The food was mediocre at best.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's all about the ambiance. Kyle's burger came in wrong, but they fixed it. The service was great, but Ava didn't even finish her milkshake. She loves milkshakes. She did not milkshake.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, overpriced, overbearing.
Yeah, I am almost certain that they will not make that dining reservation next time.
Yeah, the place has great ambiance, but I think they need to do something different with the food, and they need to do something different with. I know they're trying to put as many people in there as they can, but maybe it's time to get rid of the cars and replace or configure them differently so they're more comfortable.
So something that I did notice that I didn't know they did, the car next to us had 2 different parties in it.
Oh yeah,
Really?
You always have that because it's
front and back.
Yeah, they had 2 people in the front, 2 people in the middle. So the 3 rows, the people in the first 2 rows were together, and the people in the back row were a separate party.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be comfortable with that.
They do that to us all the time. It's just the 2 of us, and there's a minimum of 4 people in the car, usually more like 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're sitting right next to each other, so you're easy to talk to each other, irrespective of somebody behind you or in front of you.
Oh yeah, because you can't hear them at all. I couldn't. Yeah. We sat all the way in the back, and I had 2 kids all the way in the front. We couldn't hear anything they said.
Yeah, they probably love that.
No, they were texting me from the front row of the car.
What? Can we leave now? Oh boy, how was Tutto Italia?
I didn't go. I don't know.
Oh, I'll bet it was amazing.
Where were you? Did Kyle go with them?
Yeah, he went with them.
No.
I didn't. Actually, Ava didn't go either. Ava was out with me. So it was just Kyle, Candace, and Charlotte that went to the restaurant.
Wow.
Lottie was busy eating around the world.
Yes, with Ava. That's what we did. She decided she didn't want to go with them. So, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. What other food booths did I really, really like? I went back for the crab cake more than once. I went back for the fisherman's pie more than once. I didn't do a ton of dessert this time.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
How many Dole Whips did you have during this trip?
2.
The usual Dole Whip, or you tried the flavor of the month?
The usual.
Mm.
We were looking for the lime Dole Whip.
That sounds good.
The lime?
Mm.
That's our favorite.
Kingdom.
Oh,
They didn't have it at Magic Kingdom. It wasn't.
No.
I went over to the Polynesian and it wasn't there either.
I'm trying to think. What did they have at the Magic Kingdom?
It's at Friar's Nook.
It is not at Friar's Nook.
It's not there anymore.
No,
They took that Peter Pan one out.
the Peter Pan one's not there.
They did have a different flavor Dole Whip at the Magic Kingdom this past.
It was
but I don't-
Rapunzel,
Oh, what's the Rapunzel one?
lemon, and something else.
Oh,
It was, yeah. Ava
interesting.
wanted it. But you know what else I did? I did monorail bar crawl.
You did. How was that?
Did.
Where'd you go?
I did let's see, at Enchanted Rose, where that's at the Grand Floridian.
Yes, very nice.
It's very nice. That was my favorite of the bar crawl. I did the Tambu Lounge at the Polynesian and got the Polynesian, the Ohana noodles.
Oh,
They're too salty. That was
salty.
yeah, they did not live up to the hype.
Okay.
And then I did Outer Rim at the Contemporary.
Oh, nice. I've been there too. Yes. Very, very nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are good choices. Very good choices.
Hence
You've been
that-
to Trader Sam's too, right?
I've been to Trader. I tried to go to Trader Sam's instead of Tambu Lounge, but they were closed they didn't have any walk-up available. And there was a wait list, so I didn't stay.
You know what you guys need to do, and I think Jess would probably join you guys too. Do a drinking around the world meetup.
I would totally do that.
But guys, we'll do the eating around the world. You girls do the drinking around the world.
I've seen the T-shirts before that you check off on the back of the T-shirts, but I saw somebody with one of those temporary tattoos on their arm, and it had.
And they check it off?
You can check it off right on their arm.
Wow.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I don't think I could make
that's
it.
something to be proud of.
I don't think I could make it past, like, if I started Mexico, I wouldn't get past, let's see, maybe
Italy.
Norway. Huh?
Italy.
I would do milkshakes around the world.
Oh, no.
No, you'd get too full too fast.
No, I wouldn't.
You get the small ones.
Yeah, I have a bottomless pit.
Oh, milkshakes in the world, that sounds like some serious gas. Too much dairy.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking. I think I would probably be able to do like maybe 2 days we could go around the world.
Yeah, do like,
Yeah.
Mexico to America and then America back over there. I could do that.
Yeah.
Ending, but I got to start and end with the mint julep at in America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now, what food booths would you love to see return, or do you prefer that each year they change things up? Like you mentioned, the America food booth. was disappointing. And you know what? Walt Disney World is located in Florida. Where is Florida? The United States of America. They need to do better in terms of food selection.
Yeah, like I didn't think any of those were truly American dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Unless it's all of America's south, north, central.
Well, Italian hot beef sandwich.
That's the one that I didn't.
And then you said the cioppino, and well, here's southwestern America. I don't even chilaquiles. I don't know even how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I wasn't even like thrilled about the waffle at the waffle or the
Belgium.
no, not the Belgian waffle. The they're not waffles. Fried dough. The with the candied bacon and stuff. It just didn't sound appealing.
Where's that one at?
The funnel cakes. The funnel cakes.
Oh, they didn't have. They had the Oreo funnel cake. They didn't. I didn't see the bacon one.
They had a bacon one. That was part of Food and Wine, and it just didn't sound appealing.
Mm.
And normally that's one I normally go for. Like I always have to try one of them, and that one didn't.
Mm. So I think the refreshment port and refreshment outpost, I just didn't see anything I wanted to eat there.
Mm-hmm.
They had one at the refreshment outpost. They had the vegetarian dish with the Uncle Ben's rice. It just didn't sound tasty to me.
Oh yeah.
So I kept moving there. And last year, I think they had the pineapple with the tahini on it. That just was not tasty. So I skipped that one. And
no,
then,
that was horrible. We got that last year, and Debbie and I were like, it was terrible.
It was not great. And then the refreshment port only had the poutine. A bunch of carbs I didn't need.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as carbs at Disney World. Or calories. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add before we move out of here?
I had a fantastic time. We really did. And I am forever grateful that my family and my friends all appreciate the fact that I would much rather walk around the park alone. I had a great time when the kids were there, but when the kids went home, I had the parks all to myself, and it was fantastic.
Did you go on a lot of rides?
I did.
You did. Okay.
I did Tron again. I did Guardians every time I was at Epcot. Yeah, the only thing I didn't do that I wanted to was Pandora. I did not do Flight of Passage because I just didn't get back to Animal Kingdom.
Did you ride Soarin'?
Twice.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to be like that.
Oh, this is the original one now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the California. Yeah.
Yep. Eat food, shop. I don't know. There's what's the name of that store that's at Hollywood Studios that has all the jewelry and the purses?
Oh, you think I would know that one because that's where you get
Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the name of any of those stores there.
There's a purse there. I almost bought it. If I had room in my suitcase, I would have.
There used to be
Is that one on Shop Disney?
It is not on Shop Disney. I did look.
There used to be a Hard Rock Cafe store on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for a long time.
Yep.
I remember the Villain store being there.
Yeah, the Fudge Shop. I miss the Fudge Shop.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, next trip is potentially February.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just me and the girls.
Just you and the girls, really? All three?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, nice.
And Carl's okay with that?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go see his sister.
Oh. That's nice. It's not Disney, but it's nice.
Yeah, I think that President's Weekend, I think he's going to go see his sister.
All right, I think that is going to do it for us this week. Great trip, Lottie.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah.
I just had a great time. You had time with the family and by yourself.
Now, I want to remind people to please, because it does help us reach more people, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the show. Whether you're watching us on YouTube or if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or a bunch of other places where
Spotify.
I'm sorry?
Spotify?
I have no idea if we're on Spotify.
Oh.
It could be. Don't know. Never looked. Amazon Podcasts. We're there. Wherever you find us, just please give us a like and thumbs up, or thumbs up, like, whatever, and subscribe, please. I did want to mention something. Oh yeah, next week I think we're going to have a show, but it will not be on the usual night because it's Thanksgiving. We usually record Thursday night, so not sure what night it'll be, but we'll try to. It won't be. I can tell you one thing: it won't be Wednesday night. So
He's not Wednesday night. I'll be knee deep in whatever my mom's making me cook.
Yeah, I'll be baking pie.
And it won't be Tuesday night either. Tuesday night I'll be prepping for a colonoscopy. Yay me!
Oh, thanks for sharing.
Oh, thanks for sharing that. But yes, we all need to get those done to make sure we're healthy. So
Yep.
Part of adulting.
yes.
Yeah, it's a good weight loss program. So, anyway, we will try to fit a show in there sometime next week. So
It'll probably be Monday.
yeah, probably.
Is what he's
Well,
saying.
it's Monday or Friday.
Or
Yeah,
Friday.
one of the two. We'll talk about that after we end the recording of the show. I do hope if you don't make it here next week, or if we don't make it here next week, I hope everybody has a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. And of course, if we do make it here next week before Thanksgiving, I'll wish you all happy Thanksgiving again, because that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So until then, everybody be safe. Always be yourself. Bye-bye.
See you real soon.
Well, since these two pavilions didn't get any love from Lottie on her trip, I have to share. Canada, my Canada, you're a lifetime journey for the traveler. And America, spread your golden wings, sail on freedom's wind, cross the sky. And when you spread your wings, please consider swooping back this way next week. Good night.
Have a magical night. Stay safe. Happy Thanksgiving. Pack your sunscreen and definitely a poncho. It's been very wet down here. And pack the layers.